So,
Okay, I know that's I know that's right. No, I appreciate it. But I mean, I see you. You look great. It's been a long time since we've seen each other and talked and everything. So I'm glad that we're able to reconnect.
yes, I am glad as well. When you reached out, I was excited about it.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a very long time, and I thought, well, this is a great time for us to catch up and all of that good stuff. So I'm here for you today.
Okay. Well, so I know you've been on a hair journey for hair management and health, healthy hair journey for yourself, and I'm sure you've shared with others. How long have you been doing that?
So I started my healthy hair journey back in 2010.
Okay.
And when I started, that really for me meant going natural, right? Because you
Right.
can definitely have a healthy hair journey and still be relaxed or have some other chemically processed hair. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it meant, giving all that up and going natural. So in 2010, that's what I did. I took that big leap and I learned so much about hair. And I know
Mm-hmm.
that sounds, right? That sounds strange because we all have hair on our head. But let me tell you, there was so much about hair, the actual structure of hair, how
Mm-hmm.
it performed, the type of hair that I learned. And when I learned all that information, I knew that I had to give it to other people as well. So I
Yeah.
started the platform called Root Cause. So
Ah,
that's how
nice.
that all got started, wanting to educate other women with the
Mm-hmm.
information that I have found out.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this then, with your journey and just sharing that information with other people and women, the products that you use, do you, for yourself, do you recommend like an all natural approach when you're taking care of your hair or anyone's hair?
Okay, so for me, again, and I like to always preface things
Mm-hmm.
when I say it because everything doesn't work for everyone. And of course that's
Right.
another caveat, but it doesn't. But for me, I definitely trend more towards the all natural route
Mm-hmm.
of caring for my hair. And that is what I always suggest to people as well. Now, does that mean I don't have recommendations or
Mm-hmm.
suggestions about commercial products? No, not
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because commercial products are good products.
Yeah.
And hair care is about knowing your hair and how
Mm-hmm.
it performs and what it needs. And you can find what it needs through commercial, through
Yeah.
natural, or through making them yourself. So it's all
Mm-hmm.
about knowing your hair and knowing what your hair requires.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
stuff. Now,
yeah.
these past years, have been just challenging because of COVID and everything we've been dealing with. Um, do you see a trend where people are caring more about their hair since going through this the past few years?
Mm.
Or do you think people are more so just kind of like, you know what it is? Or do you think they were taking a different approach where they want to care more?
You know what? I think that the pandemic, I won't say that it made people care more, but I do
Mm-hmm.
know it made them think differently.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where you couldn't get to your hairdresser, right? And so
That's
if you
true.
were dependent
Mm-hmm.
upon your hairdresser for whatever service he or she may perform, you couldn't go, right?
Yeah.
And in some states, you really couldn't go. Now, I'm here in Oklahoma. We
Uh-huh.
are a state in which, we do what we want. But like if you were in California, right, they
Yeah.
had some real restrictions on,
Yeah.
right, being away from people for 6 feet or the masks or not even when this thing first started,
Mm-hmm.
we weren't around anyone. So I think it made people think differently about their hair care and
Mm-hmm.
understand that at points in time, they're going to have to take their hair care into their own hands. So I
Yeah.
think that was an area where someone like me could really get in, showing people how they can care for their hair at
Mm-hmm.
home. That doesn't mean
Mm.
ditch your hairdresser or
Right.
ditch your normal practices, but it does mean empowering yourself to
Mm-hmm.
know that when the next pandemic comes, because something will happen,
Mm-hmm.
you're not just out there without having your hair done, because it's a woman,
Yeah.
we feel good when our hair is done, pandemic or not. So that empowerment, I think, really is what the pandemic left or impressed
Hmm.
upon a lot of people when it came to their hair care.
Did you suggest like different styles, or did you change, change your style in a sense, during that time?
Right. I definitely did. So one of the things that is very new to me are these locks that I have. And
I
that's
see them. I
something,
love
right?
those. I
Thank you
love
so
those.
much. I was a loose natural, like I said, since 2010, and
Uh-huh.
I love that versatility. But let me tell you, the pandemic taught me that convenience, right, is
Hmm.
everything. That again,
Convenience.
being empowered to be able to do
Yeah.
my own hair, that is everything. And getting these locks is an evolution of natural hair care, right? So
Yeah.
in 2010, there weren't a lot of naturals, but you saw that trend pick up. And what I'm seeing and what I'm thinking, what I foresee for the future is that a lot of women and
Hmm.
men,
Yeah.
and others who are non-binary,
Yeah.
people will be moving towards locks because,
Mm-hmm.
and I can give you all kinds of reasons why I
Okay.
did it. And like I said, I
Okay.
love loose natural hair, so it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with not loving my hair. But
Yeah.
again, the time savings. Let me start there.
Oh, time.
Loose natural hair is time consuming. I know you got all these tricks for wash day.
Hmm.
You've broken your wash day down to, oh, it only takes me 2 hours now, but you can imagine how long it did take. And the
Yeah.
longer your hair is, the thicker your hair is, the
Hmm.
longer and more time consuming those wash days are. Not only that, setting your hair at night. My hair was the kind of hair that I couldn't set once and keep
Hmm.
that style for a week. Some people can do that. Oh, I do
Mm.
my hair on Sunday and it
Hmm.
lasts all week.
Oh,
My
yeah.
hair doesn't do that, and a lot of people's doesn't. So there was a lot of time at night, right? Because you have to
Hmm.
set your hair at night for it to look like something you want the next morning. So
Yeah.
every night, girl, the twisting and the braiding and the bantu knotting and the rolling. I'm telling you, it just got to be too time consuming. So
Right. Right.
that's one reason I know people are moving from loose natural to locks, because when your hair is locked, it is always in a style, if you will, right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Even if it's loose, the thing about loose natural hair is natural hair, especially type 4 hair,
Hmm.
that kinks up or poofs up. You're
Hmm.
never going to really see the length, right? You always got this
Yeah.
afro, right?
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
whatever. With your locks have weight. And so you can see the length, right? And so
Yeah.
now it's like your hair is just kind of growing like it would if it were straight, if you will.
Yeah.
So the fact that your hair is always done, if you
Hmm.
will, I
Hmm.
mean, you can still roller set, you can still braid your hair, you can still do all the things with your
Hmm.
locks that
With
you
the
could with
locks.
loose hair, but it's always done. So
Oh, nice.
that convenience is there, right? You can get up and go. You can wash your hair and literally go if you want
Yeah.
to. A wash and go in the natural hair community is wash. They call
Hmm.
it a wash and go, but you have to wash it. You have to condition it. After
Yep.
you do all of that, you have to put your oil and your moisturizer on. Then you
Yep.
have to go through with either your leave-in conditioner, and then you have to go in with the right gel, and
Yep.
then with the gel, not only that, you would have to shingle out each one, or you would have to do the praying hands, and you have to do each section. I mean, then you would have to get your diffuser to go in. So it
Yes.
really wasn't a wash and go. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
With your locks,
Yeah.
it's a wash and go. So that convenience is
Nice.
there as well. And like I said, the locks for me
Hmm.
have given me a lot of versatility in that now they have all of these specialty locks, right? So my
Hmm.
locks are, I got sister locks, right? You got the sister locks and the tiny locks, and now I've seen
Yeah.
that the micro locks has a certification, and somebody's
Right.
like, I got the Geechee locks. So now they have all of these specialty locks, right?
Yeah.
And these specialty locks have to do with really putting in a grid pattern that will allow your hair to
Hmm.
do all of these things that I won't say traditional locks can't do, because they can, but it makes it
Hmm.
easier to be able to do that. because of the sizing, because of the parting, because of the way that it is retied. It gives it a lot more versatility and makes
Mm-hmm.
it a lot more like normal strands of hair. So with all of the ways you can get your hair locked,
Mm-hmm.
all of the different sizes, all of the different techniques, I mean, there is something for everybody with
Yeah.
locked hair. So I really see that as the
Uh-huh.
next evolution of people going natural in the Black community.
Yeah, no,
I
I
really do.
agree. It's a
Hmm.
lot changing for sure. And it's all about simple. You know what I mean? And like
Right,
what you're talking about.
right,
Now we're at a climate now where it's just like it's about the simple things in life and it's not we don't need to get all complicated like we've done in the past.
right,
So
right.
I
So
get
yeah.
that. Well, let me
And let
ask
me
you this. Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry. Go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to add one more reason why I think people from the natural hair community are
Mm-hmm.
going to locks
Mm-hmm.
is because one of the staples in the natural hair community is protective styling. And protective styling
Oh.
has to do with a lot of different things, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the main pieces of protective styling is
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you have gathered more than one of your hairs together. So the more hairs you have
Mm-hmm.
together, the
Mm-hmm.
stronger they are. When your hair is just loose,
Mm-hmm.
each strand is a lot more fragile. So people will twist their hair up. The twist is, I don't know
Yep.
however big their twists are. They'll braid their hair up. And they'll
Mm-hmm.
say my hair is now protective style. Ultimate
Mm-hmm.
protective styling would be folding the ends in so that the ends aren't exposed. But outside
Mm-hmm.
of that, this is also a permanent protective style. Even though these are small, I probably have 20, 30 strands together, and those 30 strands together are much stronger than one
Yeah,
strand by itself. So, and I have about 380 locks, give or take, and I don't have
really.
many because I don't have a lot of hair. I'm a what they call low density. I have fine strands and my hair
Oh,
is low
okay.
density, meaning
Okay.
it's not populated all over. I've had some
Mm-hmm.
issues with my edges, things like that. So
Yeah.
with that low density hair, you're not going to get as many locks, but I have about 380 locks. And every time I go for a retie, she has found new hair to make a
Oh,
new lock.
yeah.
So you get more or fewer depending on your hair and how it
Here.
grows. So I
Yeah.
did want to say that before we
Yeah.
went on to the next
Yeah.
segment of
No.
questions.
Yeah. No. I appreciate that's. I mean, that's good information because I'm learning as well. And so, now with your journey that you're on right now,
Mm-hmm.
like like with your locks, do you have like an ultimate goal for yourself, or like are you wanting, or do you just want to play it by ear, like you just going with it, or do you want your hair to get a certain length, or it do.
Right. I know. I think that's an excellent question. Like I said, I have evolved and
Mm-hmm.
my journey has evolved. And with my locks, I have not even thought about that type of goal. This is
Okay.
more about just living and being me with these locks. Now, when
Absolutely.
I was first natural, I was totally
Uh-huh.
into that. I had a goal of waist length. I could tell you
Uh-huh.
every length I was. I could look at your hair. Like I said, I had educated myself in a
Yeah.
way, but from ear length to neck length to shoulder blade length, the armpit
Yeah.
length, the bra strap length, to mid back length. I mean, all the way down. And my goal was I wanted to be waist length. I never made that goal. So,
Okay.
and it wasn't because I didn't know how to care for my hair. I think
Right.
there were several reasons. Plus, I cut a few times. You big chop, you find out new things. You put that dye on your hair at first because you just don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to cut the dye out. So, but I never reached that goal that I had in my mind. That
Yeah.
shining star on the mountain, and
Yeah.
I was still satisfied.
Yeah.
So when I went into this journey, I knew that I was going to get my satisfaction, number one, just from actually doing it,
Yeah.
because it's still a big step to lock
Yeah.
your hair in something permanent. So
Uh-huh.
doing it and then just enjoying it, every stage of it, right? Because just
Yes.
like when you big chop in the lock community, they have a stage that a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it's
Uh-huh.
commonly known as the ugly stage, or the
Mm-hmm.
plucked chicken stage, or
Mm.
whatever you may want to call that. I decided I was not going to be in any of those stages, right?
Yeah.
You can allow yourself to be in whatever stage you want to be in. I have just enjoyed my locks every
Yep.
step of the way. I'm only about 12 weeks locked. So I got locked on February 24th and 25th, right?
Okay.
And so I'm just about 12 weeks. I've had two reties. So I'm brand
Yeah.
new to the
Yeah.
game. And
But
you
it
can
looks
still,
good. You look good. It
thank
looks good. I
you.
like it a
Thank
lot.
you.
And you're
Thank
right.
you
That's
so much.
and you know what? And that, like you said, it's all about embracing yourself, what you love and what
Yes.
makes you happy. And
Yes.
that's what it's all about. It's just like
Yes.
whatever with the whole cliches of, hair and it's supposed to be this or it's supposed to be that.
Right, right. But
So,
we fall into that like
yeah.
everybody else, but this is very empowering. Like I
Yeah,
said, going
exactly.
natural was empowering, and
Yes.
locking has been another step in that empowerment journey and that journey of learning who I am. So
Yes.
I'm just appreciative that I did it, right? I'm
Yeah,
appreciative of myself,
exactly.
right? I'm like Snoop Dogg. I want to thank me,
Yeah. Right. And you know
but
what? I will
I
say that
am.
I will say that I'm on that journey as well as far as the all
Okay.
natural and everything. I did that like over a year or so ago. Because
Okay.
I was always just nervous of, back in the day we didn't have a lot of resources that were available to us
Right.
to even educate or to even learn about certain things. So you get nervous and then you process in your head, you putting stuff and everything all in your head. And so I was like, you know what, yeah, it's about changing some stuff and just embracing
Right.
who I am, and I'm just gonna take this journey and just go with it and see what happens. Now, I mean, I dyed my hair because I got a few thing
You do
braids
what you
going
have to
on, but
do,
I did what
right?
I had to do.
You
But I
do what
will
you have
take
to do.
exactly, and I took that step to at least say, you know what, I'm gonna do this all natural. At least that's the first step and everything. But
Yes,
anyway, I just,
yes.
like I said, I appreciate you sharing all of that information with me and the world. So
Okay.
thank you for chatting with me. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time. We'll have to do this again.
All
Um,
right, definitely.
so then we can
Definitely.
have a conversation again, and you can share some new stuff or maybe some things that you've learned through the process. With your
Yes,
locks and
yes, I would
everything.
love to. Yes, I would
So
love to share. I would definitely love to share. Just reach out anytime and I'll make
okay,
myself available.
yes,
So definitely,
ma'am.
if anybody out here is watching, please go out and like me. I am at Onekia underscore Saba.
Hmm.
You probably already see that, but that's Onekia underscore Saba, Saba, and that is my name. And Saba means seven. It actually translates as seven in Arabic. So yeah,
Nice.
that's lucky
Yes.
and complete. So
All right. Well,
definitely.
Onika, thank you again. Everyone,
Thank
take care out
you.
there and stay tuned for the next chat that we have.